All right, today we're gonna talk about LinkedIn experiments. So I was talking with Jack about how we boosted quick mail with LinkedIn features, and so we were like speedballing ideas. And I was just like, hold on a second, let's just make a podcast and actually have the listener benefiting from all the great A/B testing they can run with the LinkedIn messages to get better replies.
There it is. Nice and easy. I got 6 on my side. You have a tally, Jeremy. How many A/B tests are you going to share? Jeremy was having a hard time coming up with ideas a little bit. I'm teasing
I
him
don't
about
know.
it.
I got tunnel problem, tunnel focus problem. I got a few
Yeah.
one that I tried and I want to share, but yeah,
Okay.
we'll see. I don't want to give a number right now because I'm sure I'm gonna come up with more. Right
Good
now it's
point. All
two.
right. But
Okay, it's
here's
just
like
two.
the idea is listening for the next 10 minutes. And by the way, throw that 10-minute timer if you
Oh,
don't mind,
yep.
Jeremy. Keep us honest. You're going to hear, let's say, at a minimum 6, and however many Jeremy's got plus that, of different messaging A/B tests that Jeremy and I think would be smart to give a try. They should kind of nudge your reply rates in the right direction. So I'll kick things off, Jeremy. So
Yeah, please.
take your message and remove everything except for the pain point. You can keep the call to action, but try one
Oh,
that is not harping on your benefits and maybe doesn't even do the laundry list of social proof like you might be used to doing. And instead, just lean into nailing your prospects' pain points. See what happens.
I love it. I was thinking more technical things, so you'll see with my one. So one of the A/B tests that I want you to run, and
Is
that.
anyone surprised Jeremy's coming in for a technical A/B test? Of
Okay,
course you are.
fine. Guilty as charged. But the like obviously we came up with one of the solution on Quickman, and that's why I want to tell about it. But we basically I tried for the first time a voice re-engagement campaign. So basically, instead of sending like a message, you record some sort of, hey, I'm sorry, this must have been falling through the crack. Are we still in? Or like, are you still interested? Those sort of things, like you just do it with voice. There's no need for personalization whatsoever. You just like deliver like a nice little like 5, 6 seconds just to re-engage that lead and then see where it goes. To me, it worked like
5 seconds?
gangbuster.
No
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah, you don't need
Five
more.
seconds.
Yeah.
Be
Okay,
like, hey,
maybe
what's
maybe
up?
10
We
seconds.
talk for a second. Give me a call. Bye.
10
All right.
seconds. It's like,
Let's say,
hey, it's been a long time. Just wanted to know if you were still interested. Like, should we have a call next week? Boom. That's it. You don't need more. This is a nice little voice message. And yeah, and then you can
yeah,
send that to anyone that hasn't replied for like 2 months or whatever.
interesting. So for me, I consider the people that have engaged but kind of stalled as like uh, a lot higher ranking to a cold prospect. So imagine, from my point of view, Jeremy, like we spend a lot of time personalizing our cold prospects, but if people engage, they become kind of these super prospects or
Right,
VIP
of
leads.
course.
And those people that they're going to get a lot more of a touch. So I think at the very least, do what Jeremy just outlined. If you want the gold star, maybe do one for your top 5 sales opportunities that you're like, hey, this stalled. This should be something here.
Mm,
And you can see maybe it makes no difference if you say, hey, John, I remember we talked and you mentioned how important it was to do X. Maybe that doesn't actually move the needle. It's just a cool voice note, break the pattern, re-engage, off you go. But I love that. Like it's
yeah.
kind of it, right? And there's no cost. And if you use quick mail, you can, kind of just set it and forget it. It's pretty
That's
cool.
what I did. Basically, we did a campaign in December last year. And then 2 months later, I didn't have any reply. They accepted the connection. I sent 2 messages, still no reply. So 2 months later, I just recorded this quick thing, sent it to everyone, and started to get some replies. I'm like, oh, awesome! Wasn't expecting any.
There you go. Okay, let's carry
Next
on.
one.
So if you want to try an A/B test and um, you feel like you've tested everything, I'm going to give you one. Do a CTA swap. That's probably the dumbest, easiest, smartest thing that you should be messing with when you're A/B testing, because I would argue without knowing what CTA you're using, it's probably not good enough. So
Mm,
let me give you like a concrete example. think about a loss leader entry point. So can you sell something at cost or even below, or even give it on the house in order for you to start building a relationship, get some face time with your end prospects? I was talking to a business owner who used a free in-person training. It's different than a lunch and learn. It was like an actual, like, hey, give me an hour and a half and your team is going to get X. And that's all they've had to do. They did not get creative. They just thought about a loss leader entry point. It's been working wonderfully. I think every company could use this.
Yeah, that's a good one. I will actually tangent on this one. I will say try to ask for feedback on your solution instead of trying to push your solution.
I don't love that. I
You don't? To
I
me, it
don't
works
love that,
great,
Jeremy. It works when you're like, hey,
but I'm
we're in the
building.
same incubator. We're in the same incubator, or we're both working with the same investor, or gosh, I've been doing. My family's got a background in construction, and my I've been listening to my parents say how difficult estimating software is, and I'm trying to get it right. Right, like if you have a pull at the heartstrings thing, I
Interesting.
think people are more than willing. I've seen this done with
It may
the
depend on the
alumni.
niche, actually. It may really depend on the niche because in my niche, they're actually pretty happy to give feedback. Because but maybe it's because my niche is underserved. And so any sort of like software that
Bingo.
comes in,
Yeah.
they still want to look at it because, the other software are pretty incumbent and hasn't moved for a long time. So
Okay,
that
so
could
we're
be.
talking about that. What would happen if you were doing that with QuickMail in the cold email space that is not underserved? Do you feel like it would be just
It
as
would
warm
still
as?
work. I'm pretty sure. Like if I go
I think
to
so.
agency, because the thing is like they're always looking for the best thing to come. So they're more than happy to hear about new things, and they're probably more receptive than actually like a straight
Cool.
pitch. Like, do you want to move? Yeah.
Okay. So how would you ask for feedback, and then we'll move on?
I'd say, hey, we're building this great new feature with LinkedIn automation. We'd like to get some feedbacks from, real pros or people who already are doing some LinkedIn automation. Can we talk about it?
Yeah.
Like basically what I do with you, Jack, without any,
Yeah. So I
extra
get those
thinking.
messages, and I'm just like, I'm not I'm not compelled, like
Right.
you want to fine tune your product. So I've seen pitches with like, hey, we'll give you a $150 gift card for 30 minutes of your time to walk through the thing. I've
I
seen
don't like
like,
that.
we just want to make it better. Like personally, I don't, uh, unless they were working on a feature that I've always dreamed of but never
That's more
saw.
like it. You're right.
Bingo.
Yes,
All right,
that's more
sweet.
like
So
it.
then
Okay,
nail it and
cool.
ask for feedback. Cool. So then I got another easy one. If you're like, hey, we're throwing the kitchen sink at these leads and just not really doing it, here's one. Personalize way too much. So throw away your template and just give 10 minutes of your day to 10 different prospects and see what happens. It might warrant a much closer look at serious personalization. And Jeremy, I know we almost are night and day with this kind of belief in personalization,
No,
but
I don't think so. Like
you
I'm
don't
dusk.
have to. The interesting thing is like your dusk. You don't have to be smarter than the competition. You don't need a better offer. You don't need a better list. Like personalization is just kind of like elbow grease as a value add and see what happens. I don't think it's going to save your business, but it should make things a little bit easier if you've
I
been
agree.
are having a hard time. There you go.
I do agree with that. I just think
Okay.
like on a general plan, like you can have great results without personalization if your campaign is great. But
Bingo.
obviously, personalization should
Yeah.
not hurt unless you do it with ChatGPT.
There, and it can backfire. Go ahead.
One thing that is an A/B test that I haven't tried, so full disclosure, if you want to try it, great. But that's something that is on my mind. I want to try is to basically add a third person in. So, with email, when we actually,
Mm-hmm.
I have like a great trick in QuickMail with email is like I CC
Yeah.
my EA and I say like, something like, I'm CCing my EA so that she
Yeah.
can find a time between the two of us, right? So reply and then my EA will find out a time and then just
Sweet.
CC it. So if the person replied and my EA got it. I haven't tried that on LinkedIn because I know it's
I,
possible to get 3 people or 4,
Yeah,
whatever it
it's like a
is.
group conversation. So I
Correct.
do
I have
that,
no
Jeremy.
idea.
If I ever get, oh, you know what, Sarah's leading this, you're gonna want to contact her. Um, I'll do sounds great. Is this the Sarah you're talking to? And I'll drop her LinkedIn and then say if it
Random
is,
Sarah.
you good if I loop us in for kind of a group convo here. Sometimes that works. If they say no or they're not into it, that's fine. I'll just cite,
Yeah, of course.
John Smith asked me to reach out to you in relation to this, and I'll even screenshot what they said. I will. I don't care.
Oh, fake
Um,
personalization on the screenshots, you know.
can you imagine? But if when they do say, yeah, sure, you get like 100% reply rate because you have like,
Yeah.
so much momentum. Great idea.
Speaking of which, you could have like screenshots too, right? That's another thing that we were briefly
Mm,
talking about. Like, try to spice up your stuff with one image, or if that image has power, right?
there you go. Like a SEMrush dashboard of the competitor, their number one competitor's traffic dipping, and you
Yeah,
can
or
explain that.
trust
That's
pilot
candy.
results or whatever, like something that is
Sweet.
publicly accessible. That your bet,
Nice. They
like
can
maybe the
verify.
number of, or maybe a YouTube. I've received that by email, and I thought like, oh, that's nice. It was basically a picture of my YouTube page with pointers as to what could be optimized, right?
There
But
it
that was
is.
done through
That's a good
email.
one.
So a lot of those experiments can be like migrated from email to LinkedIn, but again, as
Mhm.
A/B tests because they may not work very well on LinkedIn.
Yeah, I think it'll work great. If anything, maybe even better because you still get those like thumbnails, just like email for YouTube for Loom screenshots, for example. All right, we're at the 10 minutes, and I've only done
Let's
three
carry
of
on.
mine. So
Okay,
maybe we
sorry, I
just go
shut up.
quick here. So we've got so we've made it 3 in, and I'm now just talking about improving your list with an A/B test. So in this version, keep your message the exact same, just improve the list that gets it. So I'm thinking, and I'm going to give you 3 ideas. All of them must still be in your ICP. Okay, so don't just say Jack said it could be. No, they must be in your ICP. But did they view your profile recently? Great list. Did they engage with your post recently? Great list. Do they follow 2 or more of your competitors? Great list. Try and like even if, Jack, there's only 9 people on this. What I don't care. Is one book call gonna make your day? Okay, great. Send to the 9. You want a smaller list, actually, guys. Spoiler. That's how you make this easy.
Well, riffing on this, and I know we have a time, but you could do like what I call, evergreen campaigns. So you take exactly what you said, but
Yeah.
you put it in sort of filter in Sales Navigator,
Mm-hmm.
and you auto import every week or something like that.
You
And
auto
so,
import, but then you also have to scrub
yeah.
because I don't know if this is you, but I would say 80% of the people checking me out are competitors. And then 10 are way too, not for me.
Fair
And
enough.
then another 10 is like, all right, I like these guys. So, all right, that's list. I'm going to keep rolling. Try an A/B test where you keep everything the same, but before you send a connection request, send an email that is not actually trying for a response. It's just planning the groundwork for your LinkedIn effort. So you could try something like, hey, just wanted to put kind of a name to the face before I send a connection request through. We're doing this. It's for people dealing with that. No action needed. Just for some context, have a great Thursday. That's it.
Wow, interesting. Usually it's the other way around, which is like we do a connection
Mm-hmm.
request, send a few messages. If they don't reply, then send, email saying like something like, "Hey, try to reach out on LinkedIn." But
Think about it. Think
so
about
that's
it.
that's pretty interesting. The
Yeah.
other approach.
Because
Heads up,
there's
I'm
something
going to send
interesting
you a
when you're
connection
like,
request on LinkedIn.
I mean, it's something interesting happens when you're like, no action needed, just kind of wanted to, show, introduce myself, something like that, where it's like, oh, okay, that's a little different than what
That's
I'm
true. That's
used to. And
different. I
then
like that.
when they see
Different's
your
good.
name, it's like, oh, what's up? And anyways, worth a
So
try.
long as it's not
So,
cringe. Yeah.
okay, sweet. So then I've got one more, and then I'm out. As we're 3 minutes over, our sponsors are going to kill us. So we've got, oh, by the way, salesbread.com, quickmail.com. That's probably good enough. So try this one. A slight tweak to your list for my final A/B test. And by the way, Jeremy, this is number 10. I've been keeping track here. So we got
Okay,
pain
great.
point, voice note, loss leader, entry point, ask for feedback, over personalize, add third person in, screenshot, list, email first, and finally, similar background campaigns. So take your ICP list, but now cut it so that you're only reaching out to people who went to your university, so that you're reaching out to people who worked at Amazon just like you did, so that you're reaching out to founders who were funded by 500 startups, so that you are reaching out to founders in Zurich just like you,
Yeah,
people
love
who
it.
know a popular friend on LinkedIn. What that way your connection request is going to be like, hey, this is like, it
It's a
seems like we
liking
should have been connected a
principle.
while ago.
If you're
Yeah,
not
both
using
went
it,
to.
it's a waste. That's basically what I've been always thinking. Yeah.
If you're not using it, you're doing something wrong. Is that right?
It's a waste. It's like wasting an opportunity.
Yep. So it's so important that if you're not using
Yeah.
liking, you're failing.
I
You're
mean, it's
goofing.
so easy to use liking. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
like some leads, like if you should be able to find a point of connection. Like at the end of the day, we're all human, but
Mm,
that's obviously not a great bridge or great liking unless there is aliens, right? But you should be able to find something, you know, whether it's
yeah.
in hobby, university, expertise,
Yeah. I'll use,
where place
what's
we
like,
went, whatever.
right. What's always a slam dunk is like, let's take quick mail. So you're making it easier to do outreach. And then you're reaching out to, let's say, VP sales who's focused on doing better at outreach. You've got a common, I mean, look, it's a little bit of a gimme, but like you're both trying to level up outreach
Yeah,
for companies, for teams, right? Just like them.
yeah.
So you can kind of work that in.
Yeah,
It's
like
not as powerful as the
founder
university,
to
but
founders. That's a
love it.
sentence I
So
love
good.
to mention. You know,
Yeah,
a fellow founder as a fellow founder. You know, it's just like those sort of things
there
are
it is.
really great. Easy
That's right.
bridge. Like today, I
Um,
actually replied to someone who is in Switzerland. And it's just like
yeah.
I just use the neighbor cards. It's like, oh, we're
Hmm.
neighbors. You know,
That's
I'm
right.
here. Where are you?
Um,
You know. Anyway.
it's like didn't we do this experiment where we built a list of everybody with our first name, and then it didn't matter what company they were at, job title, what, or no, it was founders with our first name, so Jack and Jeremy, and like the connection request was like double what it usually is, because I think we see our name. I mean, that's stupid, right? But it's this liking principle. We want to do business with people who are like us, and
Exactly.
yeah, I mean, this first name thing. Somebody commented on a post, and his name was Jack R. And I was like scanning. I was like, wow, I love this guy. All right, like
What is he saying? I
heck of
don't
a
know.
name, guy.
Just love him. Yeah,
So, anyways,
I
there's
always
10.
like riff on whoever is like sending me an email and it's called Jeremy. The first thing I say is like great name, by the way. You know, it's
Great
just like
name.
something like that. You just start like
Yeah.
something like that. It's obviously fun.
And like the joke is it's silly, but the real joke is it works. You know what I mean? Like it's like, okay, we may be taking this too far, but then no. I think a lot of millions of dollars have been made riffing on common names. Like think about the mailers,
Yeah, just
like reaching out to
the
every
lesson here.
family, Smith, Johnson,
Exactly.
whatever. Gary Halbert did this thing where he would sell a family coat of arms, and he just get a directory of everyone with the last name Jones, and was like, Mr. Jones,
There you
Q
go.
Counting Crows. Like we've got the family crest from 2000, from 1400. We've tracked it down. Do you want a copy of it? It's only $24.99. And that was like how we got rich.
Funny.
What the hell? So, all right, let's wrap it. 8 minutes over. I think it
Yeah,
was pretty
let's
good.
wrap it up.
10
That was good.
top 10. What is it? Top 10 LinkedIn AB test
Testing
ideas. That'll work.
that you
All
should
right.
try today or tomorrow.
Um, okay.
All right.
And if you are still here, and you've got a good teardown, or you want Jeremy and I to put eyes on your copy because you think it's pretty darn good, and you just maybe want some,
Or received a good
let's
one.
say, or a what?
Or received a good one. A good copy.
Or received a
Outreach.
good one, you could share it, podcast@quickmail.io. And
That's
we'll give it
right.
a look see. We'll give you some good tips, more A/B test ideas. Thank you, Jeremy.
All right. Thank you, Jack. Bye.
Later. Bye.